pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I think we're going to keep our jackets on since it's 20 degrees up here. Go ahead and begin the meeting. Adoption of the agenda. I'll try to be loud enough that you guys can hear me back there. Use my track coach voice. It is recommended that the agenda of the December 9, 2019 regular meeting of the Board of School Trustees be approved as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
George makes that motion. Do I have a second? Derek seconds the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Adoption carries. Approval of minutes. It is recommended that the minutes of the November 11, 2019 regular meeting of the board be approved as presented. Do I have a motion? Derek makes that motion. Do I have a second to approve the minutes? Melissa seconds. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Same sign. Motion carries. Superintendent's report.
We'd like to throw out some kudos to our jazz band, our advanced choir, and also our rebel singers. They performed at the Very Merry Rockport Christmas on Saturday night and at the courthouse. So thank you, Mr. Tabor, as well, Mr. Stroman, for giving up your Saturday evening for doing that. That was awesome. Did a great job with that. New people here, thank you for coming out. Appreciate that. If you haven't seen our newly renovated high school, please, as soon as the meeting's over, please head out there and take a look. We'll give you a quick tour. There's also a swim meet going on. You might be able to catch a piece of that as well. So with that, Mr. Stroman, would you like to give us an update on the auditorium?
Sure. My name is Steve Stroman, and I'm the new choir director for our school corporation. Thank you for letting me talk about the auditorium. First of all, I'd like to really thank the board and Dr. Rutherford for their support in kind of refurbing our auditorium. It's needed it, and they, in my opinion, their wisdom, have done it the right way, doing it in stages. So we're going to be completing stage 1 here in a matter of weeks. They want to get it done by the end of December. I'm really pushing for it to be done by tomorrow for the band concert, but I don't. They're here working right now, but I doubt that will happen. So let me tell you what's happened in the auditorium. The first stage was sound and lighting, which was much needed. So they have replaced all the old technology. They don't even make these lights anymore. So we have now LED lights that are all motorized, controlled from the booth. They've tuned the sound booth, so we'll be able to hear actually what's on stage from the sound booth. It's my understanding that before they could never hear what was going on down there. Now they'll be able to, as if they're sitting in the center of the auditorium. So all those lights, they're highly, highly energy efficient. They will pay for themselves in 10 years or less, which is fantastic for this project. The sound system will be able to accommodate larger musicals and musical productions, so we're just so grateful for your investment in the students there. I'm honored to be a part of that. A couple things looking forward, obviously the seats and things like that, but we're willing to take baby steps in this process because, we want it done right the first time. And so I'm just so grateful for that. If there are any questions, I'm happy to answer that, but they're still working now, so if you wanted to stop by after the meeting, I'm happy to show you what they're doing, and you can check it out. It's pretty cool what's going on. While I'm up here, if you don't mind, I would like to invite everybody to the band concert tomorrow night at 6:30 in the auditorium. Is featuring our middle school and high school band instrumental students. And then on Sunday at 3 o'clock is the high school choral concert. And so there are some things out on Facebook and some posters around the town, but if you would mind giving up an hour in your evening tomorrow and then again on Sunday, we'd really appreciate that. The kids have worked so hard this year. So thank you for the warm welcome to our community. I appreciate that. Thank you, Dr. Rutherford.
Thank you.
Thank you. Somebody got the heat fixed. Next on the agenda are the consent items. I will read those. We will approve all with one motion. Item 1 on the consent agenda, approve the payroll claims and accounts payable claims numbered 1483 through 1541. Item 2, approve the following resignation, post the positions and grant permission to hire. That is Vicki Phillips, Rockport head cook, Kelsey Myers, middle school custodian. Item 3, approve the FMLA request from the following: Margaret Smith and Jama Green. Number 4, approve the termination of Julie Purcell from the position of head cook at South Spencer Middle School effective 12/4/19. And item 5, approve clarification of the 2019-2020 bus driver's contract to recognize the start date of the August 15, 2019. As such, so will the salary. Do I have a motion to approve the consent items? Barb makes that motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Melissa seconds. All those in favor, aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. That is a 4-1 vote. Derek, no. Administrative recommendations. Upon the recommendation of the superintendent, approve the following new hires pending a clear background check. Christine Keister, middle school cross country for the 2019-2020 season. Christine Keister, middle school academic competition coordinator. Lexi Nix, middle school girls basketball helper, 2019-2020 season. Gail Biddle, Rockport head cook, effective December 1, 2019. Angie Wallace, assistant dramatic club director. Megan Scaparo, I hope I said that right, assistant dramatic club director. And Michelle Brown, Rockport 10-month custodian, effective January 6, 2020. Do I have a motion to approve? George makes that motion. Do I have a second? Derek seconds the motion. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Under new business of the board, we have 4 items. Upon the recommendation of the superintendent, approve retro pay for Bruce Green and Tim Martin, who have been driving the tech school bus from October 28 and 29 through December 2nd, for the difference between sub-bus drivers of $77 per day to a daily rate of $110. Do I have a motion to approve that recommendation? Derek makes that motion. Melissa second. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. This is the second reading of Neola policy number 5530, SSC random drug testing policy. That was pages 36 through 50 in your packet. Do I have a motion to approve that reading? Barb makes the motion. Do I have a second to that motion?
I'll second.
George seconds. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion carries. Upon the recommendation of the superintendent, approve the 2020-2021 school calendar as presented. Do I have a motion to approve that calendar from Melissa? Do I have a second?
I'll second.
George seconds the motion. All those in favor, aye. Opposed, same sign.
And with that, just give you a quick update on the calendar. Start date will be August the 12th. Fall break will be the Friday the 9th, and then the 12th and 13th, the Monday and Tuesday. Christmas break will be December the 23rd through January the 3rd. Spring break, March 22nd through the 26th. Last day of school will be May the 21st with graduation on May the 22nd. And this will also be on the website.
Item number 4, on the recommendation of the superintendent, approve the proposal for architectural and engineering services for the roof replacement project at the middle school from Jack R. Kinkle and Sons Architects as presented. Do I have a motion to approve? Melissa makes the motion. Do I have a second? Barb seconds the motion. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I'm gonna go a little bit out of order here. That was actually the last item on our agenda for the official business of the board. Before we move on to statements from the public, I want to provide some information. There was going to be a item under new business tonight to approve a contract for Superintendent Rutherford. Okay, that item is not on the agenda, and I want to explain, one, why it was going to be on the agenda, and two, why it can't be on the agenda, and what the order of events will be, okay? And I know that most of you understand, and if you don't, I'm going to explain that Dr. Rutherford's contract right now runs through June 30 of 2022. Okay? His contract right now has a clause in the addendum that has been referred to as an evergreen clause, which means every year at this time, if there is no action taken to not renew the contract, another year is added to the contract, so the contract is perpetual. Okay? So, what we have done, there is a way we would like to change that. The only way that we can change that now, or the one way that it can be changed that we have agreed upon, is to have an agreement between the superintendent and the board. So anything that is mutually agreed upon can be changed. So basically, even though that contract exists and that contract goes through June of 22, we can mutually agree on new terms and create a new contract. Okay? I have learned in the last 3 months why I didn't go to law school and how complicated contracts are. And you know, I have personally heard from a lot of people myself, why don't you do this, why don't you do that? You know, life's not that simple, and I can tell you right now, contracts are not that simple. But here's what our plan is. Number one, we found out that there are some legal prerequisites that have to be met in order for a board to enter into a contract with a superintendent. One, that has to be advertised in a legal notice, which Mr. Rudisell has prepared and is going to be published in the next issue of the paper, the leader, I believe. That has to be published there, and it has to be published on our webpage. It has to be published for 10 days. After those 10 days, we can hold a special meeting. That would be, I believe, December 20th. Okay? At that special meeting, there will be one item on the agenda, and that will be to approve that contract. That contract will then take the place of the current contract. The current contract has the evergreen clause. The new contract will not. The current contract goes through June 30th of 2022. The new contract will go through June 30 of 2022. The new contract will not automatically renew. Okay? So those contract details will be in that paper, and they will be on our website. Okay? And I wanted to share that to be, I'm not, you can't see through me, I'm too thick. But in order to be transparent, that's what we have. Now, we're able to do this because the board agrees and the superintendent agrees. So he has not twisted our arms, we have not twisted his arm. This is mutual agreement. Okay? Now, having said that, we're going to move on. And like I said, we have finished all of our business. Statements from the public, and I will preface that like I always do. If we have anybody that would like to make a statement, that can be made to the board as a whole. We need for you to come forward and be recognized, state your name, okay? This is statements. If you have questions, all of us are available all month long. The whole administrative team is here tonight. I see all of them, the principals, deanship. I see nurses here. I see teachers here. All of our information is on the internet. You can send us messages. That's what we would prefer. That way we've got a record and we know we can get your questions to the right people who can answer them. So, having said that, at this time, do we have any statements from the public?
Hello, I'm Cheryl. As anybody who knows me, I'm a very positive person, so in lieu of all the negativity going on, I wanted to present some positive things that's been going on, okay? So I got quite a list here, so bear with me, okay? So, under the direction of Dr. Rutherford, the wonderful school and staff that we have, here's some things that have been going on the past couple years. We have developed a matching curriculum map for Rockport and Luce Elementary. There is common assessments for K through 12 students through the NWEA maps. A software system has been put in for evaluation for all the employees, so kind of standardized there. The employees, they have access to a wellness clinic now, which is open 6 days a week, where I think that's expanded. Daycare is now available at Rockport Elementary, but then also daycare and preschool at Luce Elementary has been added. Everybody's well familiar with the high school renovation project. The athletic complex has been completed. That's all very nice. The LEC project, of course, the demolition and sale and 4 homes are to be built there. Release time. That has been added back to Luce Elementary, the middle school, and now at the high school too. I know my daughter likes to go to that. There's a lot more enthusiasm, positive staff morale in all 4 schools. We've got the live e-learning days going, which is nice for these days off, so the kids don't have, to make up the days at the end of the school year. High school is now on the 7-period day rather than the 4 block, which that more cost effective. We won't lose money for our vocational students, and it academically prepares our students better for SAT, ACT going forward. You know, with the renovations, we got new desk and furniture in the middle school, new curbing and entrances at the high school, resurfaced the parking lots at Rockport Luce, the middle school and the high school. We have our full-time officer. Softball field and baseball fields have been lasered and resurfaced. Of course, we got the Rebel bus, which I know all our athletes like real well. New bleachers have been put in at the baseball field. New seating and press box at the track and soccer complex. We have LED lights, as was mentioned, in the high school gym, at the soccer complex, and 100% there at Luce, Rockport, in the middle school. Chromebook lab was added at Luce and Rockport, and we have 2 here at the high school. Walking track at Rockport Elementary. True Blue newsletter, middle school A. We got the new scoreboard for the baseball field and for the high school gym. The track's been resurfaced. Of course, we got air conditioning in the gym now, which is very nice. Frontline system added for all subs. Full-time social workers at Rockport Luce Elementary. School-wide phone system in the summer. The letter grade percentage for South Spencer has increased over the past 3 years, which is, you know, what we want as parents and stuff. We want our kids to achieve and do well, so that's a very nice plus. The Rockport renovations, things have been paid off. Rockport Luce Elementary renovations are paid off. The pool renovation's been paid off. The high school renovation will be paid off by 2029. Employees got raises. We have a balanced budget. So all of this is definitely positive things that Dr. Rutherford's had a part of, but then also this is just ideas and recommendations that through teachers and parents and stuff that he's been able to approve. So, you know, that is nice. Also, just a few extras. Did you all know that he, you know, drives school bus for us sometimes? Morning, afternoon routes. I don't think we've ever had a superintendent do that. He's sub for St. Bernard's. He does do weekly school visits and visits the classrooms on a monthly basis, which I like that. You know, he knows what's going on. He listens, you know, if you have problems or questions. I know he's out there eating with the students. He goes to other athletic events of, you know, not only his girls, but of any of all kids, middle school, high school, elementary, you know, he tries to attend that. So he's also an active member of the Kiwanis and Chamber of Commerce and on call 24/7. He's very approachable. So just wanted to enlighten, add a little positivity to a lot what's been going on. It's the Christmas season. You know, hey, we should all be positive. I think this world would be a better place if we had more positive than negative.
Have any statements or concerns from the board?
I would like to just say thank everybody for coming out tonight. Also, thank you for your vested interest in South Spencer School Corporation, but also the community, and more importantly, our kids. So thank you so much for that, very much. I will also say I'm humbled and very blessed to be able to serve you as superintendent of South Spencer. So thank you.
It is 6:23. Do I have a motion to adjourn? George makes that motion. Do I have a second? Derek seconds. All those in favor, aye. Aye. Meeting adjourned.